The rest of the sports world is focusing on the news that his team illegally videotaped its opponent's signals.
There's no reason for this. It's not a mistake. He cheated.
The Patriots are cheaters. They've been cheaters. They're always going to be cheaters.
Really till Monday morning, I had no idea what happened with the balls.
The greatest dynasty the NFL has ever seen is surrounded by scandal, covered in controversy, and hated by anyone outside of their fan base. The New England Patriots' reign lasted nearly 20 years, and the drama followed them the entire time. Here is how the Patriots built their dynasty and became the most hated franchise in sports in the process. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick could have spearheaded the biggest Cinderella story of all time as a 6th-round draft pick and an unproven head coach, but instead became the biggest NFL villain tandem of all time. It all started in Week 2 of the 2001 season. Drew Bledsoe went down.
Gonna run it. Needs 10 yards. Oh, does he hit?
Tom Brady went in, and the landscape of the NFL changed forever. The Patriots never had another losing season with Tom Brady in command. Brady won 6 Super Bowls with New England over a long 20-year tenure with the organization. But winning and controversy oftentimes go hand in hand, and it didn't take long for the drama llama to start following the New England Patriots. In the 01-02 season, Brady's very first season at the helm, the Pats went 11-5, earning a first-round bye in the playoffs and an AFC divisional round matchup with the Oakland Raiders. And as the snow continued to fall from the sky in the fourth quarter, Brady dropped back to pass and was sacked by Raiders defender Charles Woodson. As Brady appeared to retuck the ball into his body, Woodson jarred it loose. The pigskin fell and the Raiders recovered the football. Or so they thought. With under 2 minutes left in the game, Oakland was up by a field goal, and with the fumble, the game was as good as over. Except after the officials took another look at the alleged Brady fumble, and the play was ruled as an incomplete pass.
The quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass.
The call was overturned and the Patriots kept possession. And then Tom Brady did Tom Brady things. He put the Patriots into field goal range, and one of the field goal kicking goats, Adam Vinatieri, forced overtime. The Patriots won the game in overtime, marched onward through the playoffs, and eventually became Super Bowl 36 champions. Many will look back at that play, especially Raiders fans, and wholeheartedly disagree with the call. But the Patriots didn't have an X on their back just yet. But their next scandal turned everyone against them. Because in 2008, 7 years after New England's first Super Bowl win against the Rams, the Patriots were accused of illegally having gained extra intel about the St. Louis game plan. We know tensions are high and everything is on the line during the practice week leading up to the Super Bowl, but the Patriots took the saying desperate times, desperate measures to another level. According to the Boston Herald, the Patriots were accused of videotaping the Rams walk-through practice prior to the Super Bowl back in 2002. But there was no concrete evidence, and the Boston newspaper published an apology to the Pats stating there was zero evidence that illustrated the videotaping. Prior to the publication of its February 2, 2008 article, the Boston Herald neither possessed nor viewed a tape of the Rams walkthrough before Super Bowl 36, nor did we speak to anyone who had. We should not have published the allegation in the absence of firmer verification.
Well, just to clarify, though, it was the walkthrough before the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
The Patriots taped that. That's a fact. That's what you're saying.
Based on my knowledge of the situation, that's the tape that they had.
Okay.
Patriots had cleared their name from that scandal, but the New England dynasty was in full swing with a few championships, plenty of swagger, and another cheating allegation sandwiched in between. But in 2007, the Patriots were involved in more videotaping allegations. The Patriots were filming the New York Jets during a regular season game from an area that wasn't approved. This was known as the infamous Spygate scandal. And yes, these allegations proved to be factual.
The guy's giving signals out in front of 80,000 people. So we filmed him taking signals out in front of 80,000 people, like there were a lot of other teams doing at that time too.
So the NFL fined Patriots head coach Bill Belichick $500,000 and the New England organization another $250K. And maybe the league was finally sick of the Patriots shenanigans, because they laid the hammer down and took away New England's 2008 first-round draft selection. So they had no first-round pick in the upcoming NFL draft. There were years of speculation, believing that high-tech espionage was a common practice for the Patriots organization. In fact, Belichick eventually admitted to recording the hand signals of his opponents over 40 times during the Spygate era. And sure, it's not always illegal to record signals, though it adds plenty of fuel to the cheating stigma.
The Patriots have won 3 Super Bowls in the last 6 years, a dynasty. Now many are wondering if it's a dynasty built on deceit.
By now, there were plenty of reasons to hate the Patriots. Not to mention, Brady had also become the poster boy for quarterbacks being protected by the referees. After tearing his ACL and missing the entire 2008 season, the league implemented what would be referred to as the Tom Brady rule, a rule that prohibits defensive players from hitting QBs below the knee. So the Pats get a slap on the wrist for cheating, and now you can't hit Tom Brady either? Or at least that's how it felt for every fan outside of New England.
You look at the replay and it's barely a touch. He's a man. They can be hit just like us.
And Tom Brady, if you're listening, take off the skirt and put on some slacks. Toughen up.
But in 2015, everything changed when the granddaddy of all cheating allegations blew up. A Colts beat reporter dropped the news of the Patriots being investigated by the NFL for using underinflated footballs during a 2015 playoff game that the Colts lost to New England. Months later, a Chris Mortensen report noted that 11 of the 12 footballs used by the Patriots were 2 psi below the 12.5 psi minimum legal requirement.
But the fact that they were 11 out of the 12 balls discovered to be underinflated was certainly a big disappointment.
And a few months more later, Mortensen, the longtime NFL reporter, dubbed that information inaccurate. Ian Rappaport, another NFL insider, later said just one of the balls from that game was under legal limits. I mean, the speculation was out of control. Ted Wells, the NFL's hired investigator, was on the case, but he could not find any concrete evidence after a lengthy examination. However, he said there was at least a 51% chance that the Patriots might have been involved in the deflation of game footballs. There were plenty of reports, rebuttals, and accusations ping-ponging back and forth between the Patriots, the Colts, and the NFL. The thing dragged on for what felt like a century. The NFL suspended Tom Brady for 4 games of the upcoming season because he would not cooperate with the investigation. This thing even went to the U.S. Supreme Court. But Brady's suspension appeal went to Commissioner Roger Goodell, which was obviously upheld. Brady didn't play until October of the upcoming season after serving his suspension. And who knows if he's even the guilty party here? We might not ever know. The Patriots dealt with off-the-field issues that were extremely serious and intense in 2013. Smack in the middle of their 2-decade dynasty came along rising superstar tight end Aaron Hernandez. Hernandez was a beast on the football field. He played college football at Florida and then for the Patriots for 3 seasons, while proving to be a mismatch nightmare for opponents opposite of Rob Gronkowski. But Hernandez's rise to stardom came to a screeching halt. The sports world was flipped on its head and completely shocked when Hernandez was arrested on murder charges for allegedly killing a man named Odin Lloyd.
When this day began, Aaron Hernandez was a New England Patriots tight end. Tonight, he is the defendant in a murder case.
Immediately, he was released by the Patriots. The story took over national media up until 2015, when he was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole.
You're committed to the MCI Cedar Junction for the term of your natural life without the possibility of parole.
Then in 2017, Hernandez was found dead in his jail cell, and it was ruled a suicide. There are no winners here. It was a lose-lose for everyone. And life is much bigger than sports. But it's like the Patriots could not avoid national media coverage even if they tried. But the Patriots players did everything they could individually to win at all costs, even if there was a risk of getting caught cheating themselves. Sprinkled in throughout just about 2 decades of sheer league domination were plenty of performance-enhancing drug suspensions. New England had the 6th most players suspended league-wide for using PEDs from 2007 to 2018. The most noteworthy culprits were superstars Rodney Harrison in 2007 and Julian Edelman in 2018.
Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman is facing a 4-game suspension for performance-enhancing substance,
which helped make it utterly impossible for the Patriots to ever disassociate themselves from this cheating stigma that followed them from season to season.
Is it fair to call the Patriots cheaters?
Yes, and liars too, I think. Or at least they cheated and lied, it seems to me.
Throughout the Patriots dynasty era, there were plenty of other subtle cheating accusations or just straight-up weirdness that never totally blew up. Though there was no conviction behind these specific allegations, many former New England employees leaked rumors that some average Joe Patriot workers would sneak into the opposing team's locker rooms and hotels to steal their scripted play sheets and scouting reports for the upcoming game. Rumor has it that opposing coaches would even occasionally leave fake play sheets laying around in plain sight in an attempt to trick the Patriots staffers. However, this next allegation came straight from the horse's mouth. In 2013, the Patriots allegedly used imaginary injuries when reporting them to the league. Former Patriots cornerback Aqib Talib said, "The Patriots have their way of reporting stuff, but I haven't had a hip problem since Tampa. The injury I had was actually a quad injury. It was reported as a hip injury, but that's how they do things." How can you have your own way of reporting injuries? What does that even mean? Regardless, Talib missed 3 total games in 2013, and the Patriots listed it as a hip injury. In 2015, Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin's headset allegedly stopped working during an opening night loss to the Patriots at Gillette Stadium, and Tomlin sure wasn't shy about sharing his feelings toward the Patriot organization.
We were listening to the Patriots radio broadcast for the majority of the first half on our headsets. That's always the case.
Here?
Yes.
Well, you're saying that every time you play here, you have radio.
I said what I said.
New England just could not stay out of controversy's path of destruction, even when they were on the other end of it. In 2015, the Jets were fined $100,000 for tampering when free agent superstar cornerback Darrelle Revis left New England for New York.
Team in green losing some green, getting a $100,000 fine from the NFL.
But the final Pats controversy came in Brady's final year in New England. In 2019, during the practice week leading up to a matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals, NFL media personality Jay Glazer released footage of what appeared to be a New England film crew recording the Bengals sideline from the press box.
And this is a piece you're filming on your advanced scout? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, guys. I don't see the advanced scout in this footage.
No, it's not. We were trying to get some field perspective. Is my bad.
The film was allegedly taken by security and given to league officials. The Patriots claim the footage was for a documentary orchestrated by Patriots.com. When confronted about Spygate 2.0, Belichick noted that the Patriots.com production was a completely separate entity from the New England organization. The Patriots were fined just north of $1 million and were forced to sacrifice their upcoming third-round draft pick. Since then, Tom Brady left to play for Tampa Bay for 3 more years and won 1 more Super Bowl before retiring in 2022. Bill Belichick is still coaching in New England, and 2 of his 3 years without Brady have been losing seasons. The New England dynasty won 6 Super Bowls and racked up countless accolades. They are, without a doubt, the greatest dynasty in NFL history. However, the countless number of scandals they were involved in made them the most hated franchise in sports along the way. You can call the Patriots whatever you want, but you cannot call them losers.